Hello everybody, this is Victoria from Create Cocktails, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Honey Truffle Whiskey Sour. So you might have had a whiskey sour before, but this is an extraordinary twist on the classic, and I can guarantee you're going to absolutely love it. You will have received a box, and in that box you will find a card like this. On the front, a lovely picture of what your cocktail will hopefully look like, and on the back, all the ingredients that you're going to need, as well as a how-to. But don't worry too much about the card for now, because this is what I'm here for. As well as that, you will have received some whiskey, some orange bitters, although you will have a much smaller, much cuter bottle, some honey truffle syrup, which is actually homemade, a lemon, some dehydrated orange, and some honeycomb. As well as that, I also have some egg white. I like to use egg white in my cocktails because it makes it slightly frothier and slightly silkier, but if you don't have it, don't worry at all, it will not change your cocktail. In terms of equipment, I've got my glass. I like a nice big rocks glass for a sour. Then I've also got my jigger or something to measure with. You can use an egg cup if you don't have one. You can use a measuring cup, whatever works for you. Then also I've got my shaker. And you can use something, if you don't have a shaker, you can use a jam jar or a protein shaker. Just make sure it's something that you can shake in and that you can close firmly. As well, I've also got a lime squeezer, but I'm going to use this for my lemon. And then I've got a hawthorn strainer. And don't forget that you'll need a chopping board and a knife. Other than that, we're ready to go. So my advice is always to start with your cheapest ingredient first. That way, if you mess up, you can always restart, and it's not as hard as getting rid of good whiskey. So in my case, I'm going to start with the egg white. Step number 2 to continue that is I'm going to add my lemon. My advice is always to give it a roll on a surface. That way you get all the juices flowing, and cut it in half. Then what you need here is 25 milliliters of lemon. So normally that's about the juice of half a lemon. So I'm going to add that in now. Next step is I'm going to add in my syrup, and you need 25 milliliters of the honey truffle syrup, which by the way smells incredible. Next step is your orange bitters, so you're going to add 2 dashes of orange bitters. And finally, your most expensive ingredient, you're going to use your whiskey. And you're going to need 50 milliliters of Jameson Irish whiskey. So Jameson is the #1 best-selling Irish whiskey in the world, and I always like to note is on the front there's a lovely crest of arms. It's because it was awarded to the Jameson family after they fought off some pirates in the North Sea. Underneath in Latin it says Cinemetu, which translates to without fear. We're going to add 50 milliliters of that into our shaker. So now it's time to add the ice to the shaker. And the reason I like building it on this one is because it gives me a nice guideline of how much ice I can add, so when I'm shaking it creates a good shake. So I'm going to do it about 3/4 of the way up. So what I'm going to do now is transfer all the ingredients from A to B. If I've done it correctly, that means I can now lift it without it going everywhere. What I'm going to do before I shake is ice up my glass. That means that just starts to chill it. So now let's get ready to shake. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Then give it a good hit where it starts to open, and it will come straight off. Take your strainer and just pour it straight into your glass. Drink's almost done, but not quite yet. Next step is your garnish. So take some dehydrated orange and a little piece of honeycomb. And there you have it, Honey Truffle Whiskey Sour. So I'm going to taste it and let you know what I think. So good. So if you've enjoyed it as much as I have, please share it on socials, tag Create Cocktails so we can see it, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers.